Right. As far as the injuries go, the guys who won't go today are Kareem Hunt, who has a bone bruise on his knee. He's going to be okay, but we're going to have him sit out today. And then Trey he's got low back spasms, and so we'll see if that doesn't. It's getting better. We'll just see how it goes. And then Josh, and my update for you with Josh would just be, there's communication. I'm not going to get into all of it. Everything's positive. It's not a negative situation. So he's taking care of family. Other than that, look forward to the challenge of playing Washington, and we know they're a good football team. A veteran group of players that are good football players, and they've got a head coach that I consider right at the top of his profession at this time. He's as good as anybody, and Dan, and then he's got good coordinators there. So offensively, defensively, special teams, they've got explosive players. They've got good guys up front on both sides of the ball, and Mariota, we know, has come in here and won a game, so we get it, that he's a good football player, and we don't slight that at all. So with that, we've got a good week of preparation as we go forward here. So with that, time's yours.
Coach, you mentioned other head coaches, and this week the Pro Football Hall of Fame narrowed its finalist list of head coaches under consideration. One, were you surprised that Mike Holmgren did not get in last year? And two, what's your argument for or against Marty Schottenheimer?
Yeah, I was very surprised that Mike didn't get in last year. At the time, I've said this before, but at the time, I didn't think, when I was working for him, I didn't think anybody did it better than Coach Holmgren. And I still feel that way today after being a head coach and so on. So he had a great feel for the whole thing. And then as far as Marty Schottenheimer goes, I had the utmost respect for Marty. I think he's well deserving to be in the Hall of Fame too. He would go down not only as a great player, but also as a great coach. So a lot of success in his career, a couple different spots, and so and phenomenal guy on top of that. Yeah.
Just considering Trey's a little bit banged up, Mike Caliendo, and just your confidence in him.
Yeah. So we've always looked at Mike as a starter. I think all the guys do, coaches do. So everybody's got confidence that when he comes in, you just pick up and go. And I mean, that's how I feel. That's how I feel about him. I think I'm just speaking for the gang here.
Could you speak to the progress that Kelce Swift has made?
Yeah, he's done a nice job of picking it up. That position, you got to know the pass game, the run game, and then you have these protections that you've got to take care of. And they get a little crazy, the protections do, with all the different looks that defenses are throwing at you, and then also, as many protections as we have, different types of protections we have. And he's hung right in there and done a good job. We've been able to give him a little bit more each week in different roles. We're moving him all over the place. I wouldn't see that part changing. We're going to keep utilizing his talents, hard worker, all that. The intangible stuff's great. So.
Performing very well, especially in the short yardage situations. You knew he was the back to kind of try to do that, but overall as a team, you performed well in short yardage situations. Just what's been the key to that success?
Yeah, Coach Heck he sets that up, and I think the scheme is good, but I also think Kareem has a special feel for that, and Pop too. Well, Pop jumped in and he had one nice short yardage play too. So. But as far as the run game goes, Kareem he's always had a knack for that, and he's a load on top of that. He's a big kid. strong.
Coach, I kind of like 5 snaps where you had Hollywood, Xavier, and Rasheed on the field at the same time. We talk so much about getting them on the field at the same time, but how much of it is also just the advantage of having those 3 guys in waves too?
Yeah, listen, they all contribute and contributed in that game. You've got Thornton, who also stepped up over the last few weeks, and then Juju in the mix. So you got a load of guys here, and we try to keep them all going. So you can kind of throw fastballs out there the best way you can. And we weren't counting numbers of those 3 on the field at the same time, but I know when they were out there, it looked good.
Washington looks like they've been a little bit up and down on defense this year. What do they look like right now as you guys get ready to face them?
Yeah, that front, again, we've played against some crazy fronts here, so it's different than years past. This group is right there. I mean, that front is an explosive bunch, and their pass game, I mean, they're as good as anybody rushing the passer. So we'll have our work cut out for that. And then their linebacking crew is good. They've been banged up a little bit on the back end, but I think they're starting to get people back and kind of in place where they want them. So, yeah.
Is there anything you want to sort of build upon with Rasheed now that it's week 2, after seeing him through a game?
Yeah, so Nate, we set out to get them 40%, 40% or around that area. And it came out to 41%. So the way it worked out, he didn't play the fourth quarter, so and probably wanted to, but I think if you increase it from there, you keep it increasing. He came out feeling good, so that was a positive. Now he gets another week of practice under his belt, and I think he can keep his numbers going up.
Coach, with Omar Norman Lott going to injured reserve, two-part question here. What's your comfort level with the interior of the defensive line? And secondly, is Mike Bannon an option to slide in there and play more snaps?
Yeah, so Mike does. He jumps in there, and I mean, he does now. He gets snaps in there. So, but he's an option for sure. He's a good football player. Yeah. I'm okay though. I'm good with where we're at. Although I thought Omar was coming on for sure. He's going to be a good football player after he gets this thing worked on. So.
Reid.
Coach, it's kind of been a roller coaster with Juwan Taylor and the penalties and everything. You seem to have it. I know you guys were talking about it's got to change, it's got to turn it. It seemed to. Was there anything that in particular got him, locked in?
Yeah, I think it was just his mindset on things and making sure that he took care of business there. I think he's done a great job with it, and I think that'll continue. I'm not saying that every lineman has one here and there, but you don't want to stack them up. That's not a good thing. Right now he's playing real good football, and that's a plus. Even when he was jumping off, his numbers were rich, and as far as win percentage goes. But take care of that business, and he's got something going right now.
Why?
Eddie, you've spoken to this before, but it seems like Jalen Moore has a list to beat, and the continuity in your line is something you haven't really had that way for a little while. What's that done for you? I mean, it's probably self-evident, but what's that doing for you to be able to have that?
Sure. As long as those guys do well, it makes everybody's job a little bit easier. And I mean, none of it's easy, but listen, it helps everybody out. Other people benefit from the line doing well, from the quarterback, receivers, running backs, and right now they're holding their own in there for sure.
And we talked a lot about Patrick's sort of faith in that and the confidence he gets from it. Is it a little different coaching when you can count on it more the way you've been able to this season?
Yeah, I think every coach would say, that if the line's doing good, you're willing to call certain things or not call certain things. But yeah, for sure.
Last one, Sam.
Travis Kelce, the star tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, is no stranger to the spotlight. However, a recent revelation by his former coach has brought unexpected attention to his personal life. According to Yahoo Sports, Kelce's coach disclosed details about how the NFL player was treated by none other than pop sensation Taylor Swift. This unexpected intersection of sports and music has left fans and followers intrigued, prompting a closer look into the dynamics between these two worlds. Travis Kelce, known for his exceptional skills on the football field, has garnered a massive following both on and off the field. With numerous accolades and a strong presence in the NFL, Kelce's popularity extends beyond sports enthusiasts. On the other hand, Taylor Swift, a global music icon, has a massive fan base and a reputation for her chart-topping hits and elaborate performances. The unexpected connection between Kelce and Swift has piqued the curiosity of fans, sparking discussions and speculation about the nature of their interaction. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce will potentially act together in a new project. Swift's life with Kelce has inspired the project, and sources say it could take the couple's story to the big screen. Moreover, insiders claim the singer has been developing a romantic film inspired by their relationship, styled as a modern Romeo and Juliet. She is writing the script herself, but whether Kelce would appear on screen remains an open question. Taylor Swift considering giving herself a key role in the romantic movie she is writing, says source. Radar Online exclusively reported that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce may act together in a new film project. A source told the tabloid, Taylor never switches off creatively, she's constantly dreaming up new ideas, adding that the couple's relationship has fueled a lot of her recent work, but what fans have seen so far is only a fraction of it. The source also claimed, not many people realize she's been quietly writing short stories and screenplays, and that their relationship has inspired one of them. The insider added that her reference points are clear. In that, Taylor's talked about using Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet as her creative guide. The script will take plenty of cues from her relationship with Travis. It won't be a biopic, but her real life will definitely shape it. The source described it as an egotistical project to end all egotistical projects. As of now, Swift is keeping the work under wraps. A source explained, Taylor's always guarded with her creative work, but this project has an added layer of secrecy because it's unfamiliar territory for